Getting started in commercial property. Brass and Main. At Brass and Main, we are pleased to share with you some of the strategies that we like to use when investing in commercial real estate. These strategies are based on our experience and expertise, and they have proven to be effective and profitable.
Disclaimer: the content of this presentation is provided for information purposes only, and does not constitute financial or legal advice, and should not be used as such. Formal and independent financial and legal advice should be sought in particular matters. Whilst the information contained in this presentation has been developed with due care, Brass and Main does not accept any liability to any person or organization for the information and/or the use of such information that is provided in this presentation. Brass and Main cannot and does not warrant, and nor does it represent in any way, that the information contained herein is current or will remain current beyond the time and date of presentation. The information contained in this presentation is provided on the basis that persons accessing it undertake responsibility for assessing the accuracy of its content and relevance to their unique circumstances.
Warehouse, positive cash flow. One way to start your property investment journey is to buy a warehouse that has a high yield of around 9%, which means it generates more income than expenses. This is called a positive cash flow property, and it is a low-maintenance option that allows you to have one tenant and one property. A warehouse is also a versatile asset that can be used for different purposes. However, you need to be careful about the location and avoid areas that depend on one industry or are affected by mining activities. Offices and retail growth and positive cash flow. With this type of deal, we find suitable locations for metro and CBD properties. These are usually offices or shops that offer both growth and cash flow, with a yield of around 7%. The properties can help fund the rest of the investment journey, which involves partial vacancy strategies. This means buying a freestanding building with some room for improvement, such as residential upstairs, and renovating it to create more offices. Then, the property can be tenanted and sold for a higher price, generating a profit. This profit can then be used for a vacant property strategy, which is the final stage. Need a chunk of cash? Do a flip deal. A flip deal is when you buy a freestanding building, usually an office or a shop, that needs some renovation. You can improve the property by adding more offices, especially if there is residential space upstairs. You can also find new tenants for the vacant parts. This way, you can increase the cash flow and the value of the property. Then, you can sell it for a profit and use the money to buy another property. A vacant property is empty and has no tenants. Because it is vacant, you can renovate it and make it more attractive for potential tenants. Once renovated, you can charge high rents and get a good cash flow. You can also sell it later or use the equity. This is another way to fund your investments and get high returns. Commercial ODA. Developmental syndication is a type of commercial land investment that involves two possible options. A. You can buy a land parcel and apply for development approval, DA, from the council. This means you have to submit planning applications and draft plans for the land development. Once you have the DA approved, you can sell the land to a developer who has the funds and the readiness to start the project. B. You can buy a land parcel and build small warehouses on it. Then you can rent out the warehouses and hold the property. This option may be easier and cheaper than getting a DA, but you have to make sure the land is in a commercial industrial area where you can do that. Our approach to investing hinges on adopting proven strategies that facilitate informed decision-making. These strategies are grounded in logic and empirical evidence, steering clear of emotional biases or speculative guesses. They are designed to sidestep typical investment blunders and help you meet your financial objectives. For further insights into our recommended strategies and their rationale for most investors, feel free to reach out to us at Brass and Main. Thank you for watching.